He was really athletic. He was in sports, football, loved to swim, no problems. Came home one day, said the weirdest thing happened to him. He's like, I was running, we were exercising, and I couldn't catch my breath. So we just kind of kept an eye on it. But then one day he came out and he said his stomach was cramping and it hurt really bad. Enough to make you think, okay, something's not right. So as a mother, your first concern is what's going on with my child? I called the doctor. We had the ultrasound done and there were some abnormalities on it. So that's what started his journey, was autoimmune hepatitis. Not quite a year later, things were getting better after high doses of steroids, and then that's when he got diagnosed with aplastic anemia. I'm a nurse, so knowing the labs that they were ordering cancer markers and stuff like this, and all I remember is going to the bathroom and literally losing it. We don't have anything bad to say about Riley Hospital. They've done so much. The staff, I think, is amazing. Just welcoming any questions that you have.
My name is Jessie Seaborn, and I am a pediatric hematologist. I always just wanted to help people. Bolton was first referred to me from his GI doctors because he had had hepatitis, and then all of his blood counts were dropping. So we did a lot of different testing, including a bone marrow biopsy, and he did not have very many cells in his bone marrow at all. And normally that's where a lot of our stem cells live so that you can make all those other cells. So that was consistent with aplastic anemia, which was ultimately Bolton's diagnosis. So our first big decision was, how are we going to treat it? Most hospitals, unless it's a children's hospital, isn't going to have a children's transplant team. So we're lucky that we have them here as well. And ultimately, we decided that we would try immunosuppressive therapy with Bolton first. But unfortunately, that didn't work for him. So he ended up needing a bone marrow transplant. But we were able to have that whole team here. He didn't have to go anywhere else. And now he's at the point where he gets to transition back to me, which is really exciting because I've missed him. To treat something like aplastic anemia, you really need a multi-disciplinary approach. There's not just the doctor specialists, there's the teachers, the child life specialists, the nurses, the medical assistants. It really takes a whole team because his disease is pretty rare.
My name is Kristen, and I am an educational liaison or a school teacher at Riley Children's Health. We have a school program, so we are a group of educators that provide school services to children that have a medical diagnosis. We all are licensed teachers. We can help children with tutoring services, keeping them up to track on their schoolwork, helping the school understand the child's medical diagnosis, any treatment they're getting, and then how to adapt their school plan to meet their needs. We're kind of that bridge between the medical side and parents in schools. I could tell there were days where he just did not feel well, but he showed up every day with a smile on his face and he worked super hard. He was just a joy to work with.
They're very interactive with the kids, so it helps build that relationship and that trust, just knowing that that person's there to do what they can to take care of you and make you feel better.
He's hilarious and loves to tell jokes. Anytime I would meet a new nurse or a new doctor that took care of Bolton, they always knew who he was and they loved him and they could tell me a story about him.
I took care of Bolton when he first came in when they were trialing different chemotherapy measures, trying to avoid going to stem cell transplant. He became close with both of us. We would all just mess around and stuff.
The part of my care was during the bone marrow transplant process for Bolton. Well, he's totally immunocompromised. You're talking limiting the amount of friends or school friends that come to see him. So a lot of patients, when they're in the hospital, the nurses, again, become their friends.
I think they always try to make it extra special for them.
All the nurses were, very, very nice, very kind.
He's a pretty social kid, and I think not being able to be at school and just be around people was a really hard thing for him to kind of come to terms with.
We were trying to think of something that would give him, something to look forward to. And so a friend reached out, told us about Team Impact. It's a nonprofit organization for sick kids to be a part of something. They try to match you with a local college in the sport that you love. He loves basketball. We got a call a couple weeks later that the Fort Wayne Macedon team, the men's basketball team, had accepted Bolton, and we were super excited.
My name's Adam Blaylock. I'm assistant men's basketball coach here at Purdue Fort Wayne. I think when it came to our game days and our guys saw Bolton, they knew he needed to be involved. Game day is a pretty big deal for us. When our guys hear that Bolton's coming to play 2-on-2, or he's going to come into practice and wants to shoot for 20 minutes before or after practice, they jump on top of it. So I just think some of that being team impact driven has helped our organization.
His mom was super excited about that too. And it was really, really special for him because it made him feel like part of their basketball team.
Probably even helped with Amy too, because I can tell that she wanted him out of the house a little bit, but might not have been a time that was safe.
Because that was certainly at a time when he was not feeling well, like his blood counts were low, he was really tired all the time, but he always managed to like muster the energy to go do the things with the basketball team. And so that was really, really special for him.
I coordinated with Amy and I said, hey, we're gonna go to the hospital. We're just gonna find a way to just cheer him up. So Amy's making calls and they're like, it's just not sanitary enough to have all you guys come up to the room. We just can't do it. But there's a huge window right outside a parking garage.
I would go out by the window and they'd be right in the parking lot right there with a sign saying hi to me.
I'll never forget it. It's a huge core moment in my time with Team Impact.
It was one of the best experiences we've ever had.
I think children's hospitals are more than important. They're necessary because kids aren't just little adults and they need to be treated differently. I don't know if you guys have been in adult hospitals, but they're very like drab and sort of depressing. There's no color, everything's beige.
Every time he went back, he wasn't scared to go back. He was actually sometimes excited to see the nurses.
We're their buddies, we're their friends, we're their support group while they're in the hospital outside of their family.
Tuesday they called us and he is now released to ring his bell on June 20th.
It's the sign of completing your treatment, your bone marrow and your transplant and everything you had to do. Like, you warriored through this. It was a proud moment, and it was kind of going back to who Bolton is, you know, that warrior mindset.
So he's a free man. He can be in sports, he can go back to school in the fall, he can go eat in an actual restaurant.
Well, I want to be a firefighter. I really wanted to be like a paramedic, but I decided to go for a firefighter because firefighters are both firefighters and paramedics.
Even though I wish it wasn't a huge part of their life, it is a huge part of their life, and I get to be a small little piece of that. That's really amazing to me.